pattern?
I think it's this. Yes! It was the
Memorize
right
this
one.
pattern right here.
Yeah, if bro loses.
What was the pattern?
If bro loses, if anyone of them lose like both
Memorize
sides,
this pattern.
I have lost. I have lost.
What
hope
was the
to-
pattern?
I have no more hope to humanity if one of them lose some.
Memorize this pattern right here.
If that girl loses this one, even if she has.
What was
she
the
won,
pattern?
but if one of these players lose one of those easy patterns, I have
Memorize
lost hope
this
in
pattern.
humanity.
What was the pattern?
Yep, I have lost hope in humanity. He thought it was too hard, so he left. Now he's gone. I'm actually friends with Yumio-san, this guy, because that I added her.
Memorize this pattern right here.
Yumio-san 0.
What
yeah,
was the pattern?
that's her. Ching ching ching.
Memorize
ching.
this pattern.
Hey, my pattern is okay. That's
What
easy.
was the
I
pattern?
can do that.
Memorize this pattern right here.
Man, that's crazy.
What was the
It all
pattern?
fails. Good job. How's that
Memorize
hard?
this pattern.
How's that hard? Why is that hard, bro?
What was the pattern?
Tell me why that's hard. That's like a 9. That's like a 9.
Memorize
nine.
this
That's
pattern
9
right
squares.
here.
How's that hard?
What was the pattern? Memorize this pattern.
Right, stair pattern. Stair pattern.
What was the pattern?
Stair pattern, bro. I thought I would lose hope of humanity until.
Memorize this pattern right here.
What the? Oh wait, I can do that one. I can do that one. Actually.
What was the
I
pattern?
can do that one actually. Yeah. That was expert.
Memorize this pattern.
Imagine master though.
What was the
What is
pattern?
this dude doing? Y'all cannot break in here. That's my brother.
Memorize this
He
pattern
got to
right
become
here.
Judge, but he's not in the server right now.
What was the
But he's still
pattern?
there. How that's actually easy.
Memorize
expert
this pattern.
pattern. Yeah, ching ching is cooked. Ching
What
ching.
was the pattern?
Ching ching, goodbye to you. I'm gonna add you because I know you might rage, but Ching ching is not accepting me. He's fully locked. He was fully locked in. Ching ching 2020.
Memorize this pattern right here.
What the?
What was the pattern?
I think it was. I think it was this. This. No. This. That was the. That was the.
Memorize this pattern. What was the
Why
pattern?
do I have a gun? Wait. Gun. I have a gun. Cannot use it yet though. What is that for?
Memorize this
is not
pattern
something
right
to
here.
find it.
What was the pattern?
Not associated with anything. There's no way. Yeah, she died. Intermission, guys. That was intermission. This is intermission, guys. Alright. I'm first again. Why am I
Memorize
first
this
again?
pattern.
Alright. I'm gonna one-click this.
What was the pattern?
Yeah, that was
Memorize this
definitely
pattern
not
right
one
here.
click.
What was the pattern?
Listen,
Memorize this pattern.
if bro loses, I have no hope in humanity. If
What
bro
was the
loses
pattern?
that, okay, he was correct.
Memorize this
Why
pattern
is there
right
so many
here.
pop-ups?
What was the
No,
pattern?
Zombie.
Memorize this pattern.
Another zombie. The head is bleeding.
What was the
And
pattern?
it's green. That was a about to lose hope again.
Memorize this
Great.
pattern right here.
Bro. How's that me jump?
What was the pattern?
That's baby.
Memorize this pattern.
He then move the other one to
What
the
was
right.
the pattern?
Move that to the left side. Go play game. Yeah, goodbye, bro.
Memorize this pattern right here.
Yeah, if you
What
lose,
was the pattern?
I'm blocking you if you lose. Congrats, you're not gonna get blocked.
Memorize this pattern.
Oh, look at him. Emo out here.
What was the pattern?
What? I have lost hope in humanity. She disappeared. She thought it was too hard. That's not even hard, T darling.
Memorize this pattern right here.
How's that hard? That's baby.
What was the pattern? Memorize this pattern.
How's that hard? Bro,
What was the pattern?
It's 2v2, guys. 2v2 right now.
Memorize this pattern
Oh,
right
my-
here. What was the pattern?
Come on. Whoa!
Memorize
I
this
survived.
pattern.
How's that expert? Why are they getting the easier
What was
ones?
the pattern?
So,
Memorize this pattern right here.
what the hell is that?
What was the pattern?
What was the pattern then? I forgot the one at the bottom.
Memorize this pattern.
Oh. Oh, yeah. She's gonna be cooked anyway.
What was the pattern?
S3. It's S3. I'm adding for this. Neko each. Neko each 3. What is Neko each 3? No one won. I don't see anyone with a streak. I don't see anyone with a streak here. So. No, how do I keep getting first?
Memorize this pattern right here.
How do I keep getting first then?
What was the pattern? Memorize this pattern. What was the pattern? Memorize this pattern right here. What was the pattern? Memorize this pattern. What was the pattern? Memorize this pattern right here. What was the pattern?
No, there's no shot. I have lost hope in humanity. How did she die on that?
Memorize this pattern.
Okay.
What was the pattern?
What was the pattern? That was the pattern.
Memorize this pattern right here. What was the pattern? Memorize this pattern. What was the pattern? Memorize this pattern right here. What was the pattern? Memorize this pattern. What was the pattern? Memorize this pattern. What was the pattern? Memorize this pattern right here. What was the pattern?
So,
Memorize this pattern.
what the? That whole side.
What was the pattern? Memorize this pattern right here. What was the pattern?
Yeah, I'm set my camera. Set my camera.
Memorize this pattern.
Check him.
What was the pattern?
How's that expert though?
Memorize this pattern right here. What was the pattern?
What was the pattern? Yeah, that was the pattern. But you're incorrect, I think. Yep. She's incorrect. She skipped. I mean, he skipped. That's not go. That's not Gojo.
Memorize this pattern.
What? What in the
What
holy
was
hell?
the pattern?
I don't know how to do this.